Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Faffing over Frequency podcast, episode 5, and it's actually quite a quick turnaround for myself compared to episode 4. Normally it's like a 2-3 week wait, but we've got our first guest on today in good timing. So, Mr. Finlay Ledingham, did I say that right? It's quite a long surname, isn't it?
Yeah.
How are you, mate? How's your Thursday morning so far?
Very well, very well. We stroll in the morning, bit of work boxed off, and on to the podcast, and for a pool later on. So happy days.
Happy days, happy days. You're enjoying the new sort of routine coming along, aren't you?
Definitely, especially when the sun's out, man. My mood's just
Yeah.
always in such a good mood when the sun's out. So
Yeah, we've talked about it. The only negative is literally winding down in the evenings when it's
shutting the blinds
so
and that.
bright.
It's super sunny. You're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, blue light blockers are coming in clutch. But Finlay is a client of mine. We've been working together just over 10 months, I think, over as of last check-in. I think we're
Yeah,
sitting
it was
over
like
40,
kind of
40 weeks.
July last year we started, mid-July
Yeah,
maybe.
that's crazy. So I think you do get the accolade for longest serving client. So you can be happy about that. But getting into what we sort of want to talk about today, I sort of wanted to get you on. We've been considering getting the episode in or planned the episode. It was just getting a date and time that worked for both of us busy guys. But what I wanted to get you on for, because I think a lot of people can take stuff away from your process, is what actually drives you doing the do. It's that love for training, which I have mentioned you. Even when I came over to Scotland last year, I think it was August, because I was dieting. Yeah, if you signed up around July time, it would have been August. I came over for the in-person check-in, and I was buzzing for that leg session because I just wanted to see what it's like in person. That's what drives you to do things. Ever since I started coaching you from week one, the driving factor has been the love for training, and that's why you do everything.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of your process at the minute, we are just into our second push-up together. Now you obviously joined me midway through that sort of first push-up. We have just wrapped up a diet. Still yet to have an off-plan meal. Like
I know,
what?
mate. Just got no files,
Nailing the reversal.
Yeah, nah.
But it's showing. There might be a blondie coming in though soon.
Oh mate, I was out for a coffee with my sister. My sister was through in Glasgow, so went and got a coffee and enjoyed the sunshine and saw that. I was like, mate, I've never looked at something like. I mean, obviously you know how it is. You're dieting or you're in your phase. You're just kind of. It's not even a thing you look at. You just like. You don't even pay attention. You don't even clock onto it. I think that's the first thing I've looked at something that's like not my meal plan. I thought, fucking hell, mate, that looks banging. Biscoff blondie, mate.
Just like.
Fucking hell.
It's not, you can't have it. So like, what is the point of even entertaining the idea? But now it's like the possibilities there.
It was the same. I was in Morrison's the other day picking up some sourdough, and my brother was through as well, and I was like, let's go check out what flavors of Ben& Jerry's they got. Yeah, like, I've never done that before. I don't do that. That's not something that like. But I was like, right, let's go fucking check it out because like this summer I'll be having my fair share of Ben& Jerry's, I'm sure. But
what flavour stood out to you?
fucking, I took a photo of it. Check this shit out.
I have to say, I am bad for any time I'm in like a supermarket, Asda or Tesco. I'm going and looking at the bakery cookies. The way they all do like ridiculous
Yeah,
cookies.
mate, it's fine.
It's like I have to go check it out.
It was called Terrifically Churrosy. I've never
Mate,
heard of it before.
We talk about that in the podcast so much. Lifestyle loops. That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
we started describing
I've never
things
really
as terrific.
like ice cream's banging, but it's never really something that I've like I like Ben& Jerry's, but I always just go like basic like cookie dough switch up or something, or like the
Switch up. If you had said cookie dough on its own, it would have been basic.
But like
switch
the
up.
last time I had Ben& Jerry's was probably like May last year. Fuck's sake, this guy's cooked.
Yeah,
So,
that's a big hiatus.
I know.
It definitely provides a good look. You can have that first off plan and look wicked the next day. Just have it
yeah,
before
100%.
No, but it's like with the Ben and Jerry, since it's so little volume, and you're in that sort of sweet spot, which sort of brings us on to the next topic. But you're in that sweet spot of loving your meals, looking really good, training really well, and it's like, do I really want to pull 1,000 calories out of my meal
Nah,
plan when I love every meal so
exactly.
much?
I'm like, oh, like why'd I pull out Ben and Jerry's when I'd rather, like, I want more potato, never mind fucking Ben and Jerry's. You know what I mean? Like, fuck's sake.
Exactly. That's the worst part about like off-plan meals. Like when I've been going out for one, it's like, fuck me, man. I could have been having like 10 mackerel
Yeah,
with
no,
this meal, 15 nut
literally.
butter, and like, but then
More
it comes to
coconut
the
almond
meal, and
butter.
you're like, oh,
Mate, I'm so glad you put me on that. Fucking
oh,
banging.
you don't fucking start. I think Amazon actually shaft you sometimes because I checked my tub there and it's not smooth. It's just regular almond butter. And Butcher said this before as well. And I went on my orders to see if I ordered the wrong one, but no, it's got like 7 repeat orders. And I think they just give you maybe like normal almond butter or smooth,
Smooth.
like just luck of the
As
draw.
in smooth being more runny.
Yeah, I think so. And you get
Right,
like
yeah.
more of it. Do you
Yeah.
know what if it says smooth on yours?
Nah, I've got no idea, but I know that obviously like with the way the oil sits, like the oil comes to the top, right?
Yeah.
So like, and sometimes you get to the bottom of the tub, or maybe that's just when I used to buy shitey stuff from Lidl. But like you
When you're
get to the
talking when it
bottom of
gets
the
like
tub and it's like just thick, and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, it's
what?
just
I'm
dry.
really hoping that doesn't get to the bottom of my tub and that's what happens because it's so good. Like 15 grams, you can get fucking quite a lot out of, you know?
Oh mate, don't worry, it all hardens. That's the worst part about nut
Fuck's
butter.
sake.
Um, but yeah, we brought up the sort of reversal there, enjoying your food. So an actual recap on the diet,
Yeah,
it was 9 kilo. I think we
yeah,
pulled off.
yeah. We
Does that
started
sound
like
about right?
70, like mid 78s, I would want to say. Um,
Hmm.
obviously, I weighed in like near 80 kilos. Like I don't think we quite hit the 80. I think it was like high
We never
79s.
did because remember I was sort of pushing. We
Yeah,
wanted to get that
and
80
then
kilo.
we held through December time, which was nice. And then began the diet in January, which was camp. Man, that's fucking wild. That's like time just flies by, you know.
Mate, yeah,
Crazy.
when you're so in it, which you are, like you don't half-ass your phases. Like that was literally a diet. There was no stage photo shoot at the end of it. It was just pulling off body fat, and you were in it. You know, you had that ski trip right at the start, and it's right at the start of a diet when
Yeah.
it's not going to affect anything. You were like, oh, fuck's sake, I have to go away.
I know. It was so bad. It's like my mom said, and like it's really bad that that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm dying. Like, come on, bro, you're fucking going on holiday with your family. Like, have a good time. And
I know.
the trip was fucking amazing. Do you know what I mean? It was so, and it's so easy to manage. Like, the amount of calories you're burning when you're fucking skiing. Like, and like, there's days when me and my brother were skiing like 40 kilometers a day. It's like you're
Yeah.
just always on your feet. Like, and all literally, it was just a case of like trace card meal, better food at lunch, and then like cream rice at dinner time, and then some. We went out for a meal like once or twice.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You did sort of nail that. That did not like put a bump in our
That
stride
was
at all.
the fastest rate of loss that week, the entire diet.
Was it?
Yeah, mate. I think
So
like
much
I went away. I
expensive.
was like 76 and came back 74.
Oh fuck me, man.
You
Yeah,
know.
it like the food was not going to be an issue for you at all. I wasn't stressed about that in the slightest because the diet was sort of easy pickings for us. Like your food stayed high. What did we get? If I have your sheets up,
Yeah, I
oh
can get
well, I
up
know
to
it
it.
off the top of my head. 500 carb training days was it not?
And that
Like
was
pretty much
just below that, I think, or 425. 425.
425.
Yeah, I was looking yesterday.
Yes, and the initial food bump was up to 500 carb, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm a 565
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's fucking mad. Some people would like love to diet on that amount of food.
Yeah. To be fair, I've never like, I was obviously hungry. I was never like, on training days. I never was like food or being hungry for my meals was never like, oh, like, I'm waiting for my next meal because like training takes up a good amount of time. I'm busy with study anyway. Like rest days a little bit more, so it's just a case of like, but again, like it's not really something that you
Yeah,
think of. Again, you're too focused on like what's my goal here. Like you don't actually think about it. You know, it doesn't really give you like time to creep into your head. So
yeah. I do remember you saying hunger was definitely higher
yeah,
on rest
yeah,
days, but I
100%.
think that sort of plays into like what I think of you. You're just focused. You know, a lot of people when they're going in, maybe their food's low in a dieting phase, they're going into their session, and I've been guilty of it. No Like I'm not saying I'm perfect. Like thinking of your post workout meal
Yeah, it's
because
actually
we love our meals.
something I was saying to my family Ben. He was like, oh, I can't wait to come from my cream of rice. I was like, bro, like, you all for enjoying your meals, but like if you're going to your session thinking about your post workout meal, like there's a there's a good chance that you're not going to be giving everything you possibly could to your sets. Like
Exactly.
it's like you want to have a go. That's why I don't have sweet post workout meal because I just like I probably would just think about my post workout meal. Like I'm not gonna lie, I probably would. So that's why I just have my sweet meals pre-bed and that's it. Like because otherwise I'd be thinking like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
I
peanut butter
noticed that.
blondie, whey protein after my workout. Get out of here, bro. Like, come
This
on.
is literally it. See
Yeah,
it since I've got that strong cream of rice. Even now, when my appetite's not that high, I'm thinking of it. Obviously, we're going in. We've got a job to do,
yeah,
and I get the job done in the session. But like, fuck me, that sweet post workout,
true.
it is a killer.
Yeah, 100%.
And yeah, I noticed that in your meal plan, you're doing like four savory, one sweet. I'm like,
Yeah,
fair
it's
fuck.
because I mean, bro, you're gonna fucking kill me. Like, you say 300 gram of veggies a day, but bro, I'm probably having like 400 grams of veggies because I don't want to have no veggies with the sourdough and egg meal. That's boring
Yeah.
as fuck. So I just have them spinach and mushrooms with that. It's fucking class.
Yeah, you're hectic with your cooking as well. Like you're chefing up
Mate, my fucking
Michelin
chefing's
star.
banging, honestly. Like, I think everyone's gonna say that though, aren't they? Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, my meals are class. Everyone's gonna say their meals are class, but I generally
I
have
know.
like
I think
superiority complex over my cooking, man. I think it's
like
fucking
yeah,
banging.
you're stir frying your pineapple. I think some people take it as a badge of honor that their meals absolutely suck. Though they'll always post
Yeah,
it on their story
yeah,
that oh presentation king and all.
yeah, and it's like
Like you're not
shite, and
gaining
it's like,
anything
bro,
from
like,
that.
why are you making yourself fucking eat loads of shit that you don't like? What? Like, maybe you enjoy that. To be fair, if that's what you enjoy, sweet. I don't really care. Yeah.
And
But
it's like it definitely plays into the fact that your appetite's so high as well because you
yeah,
make your meals so nice. You're probably fucking
yeah,
buzzing for them.
yeah. That's it's definitely. And noticing the difference now between being hungry and just being like excited for the food is like because they're different
Yes,
things.
there's a
They're
big
so
difference,
different. Like
isn't there?
I'm still hungry, yeah, but I'm not like I don't even. It's so tricky to like actually articulate what you mean by like hunger because it's like it's such a like my brother like people who I talk about I'm starving. I'm like nah, you ain't though. Like you're not.
Yeah.
Like
I think since it's something that's not it's not set in stone or it's not in writing what hunger
yeah,
actually feels like, and a lot of people will mistake hunger for just cravings,
yeah,
looking
literally
forward to your next
100%.
meal.
Yeah,
Because I'd say in most of my process, even last push up, I when I gained like near 50 pounds and I was soft come the end
yeah,
of it. I wasn't like full appetite wasn't in a bad spot, but I don't think I was hungry, and I just liked my meals, so I
yeah,
was sort of thinking, oh, I'm still hungry, but no, it's actually just enjoying your
yeah.
food.
There's like I think well, now I've got cream of rice, but like before when I was just having plain rice flour, especially like the first time I dieted, getting to like the back end of that, and it's literally I'm plain rice flour. Like there's nothing, there's not even
Mhm.
cinnamon in it, and like I'm pre-prepping it before going to the train, and I'm putting it in the fridge, and I'm like licking this plain rice flour, thinking like,
Ah,
holy fucking shit, this is like the best thing ever, like, or like even now to be fair, that's why I'd say I'm still quite hungry because I'm eating 0% fat yogurt, and like or like I'll have like a lick of it before like when I'm weighing it out, like oh
mhm.
300 grams, and this is the bit left in the spoon. Oh my god, that's fucking class. Like not like oh that's like I just have to eat that because that's part of the 300 grams that I have to have or whatever. It's more like oh yeah, yeah, that has a spot. Like you're cooked, bro.
I
You're
know, yeah,
cooked.
it definitely fucks with your head, doesn't it? It's
But
like,
that's I wouldn't change that though. Like I love that. Like I really like I love enjoying my meals. I love having that like because as soon as that goes, you're just cooked, man. I remember like it was only like after like maybe a month or so after we started working with each other in like August last year. And I remember the day so specifically. I came back to Stroud to see my family, and I was eating my chicken rice meal, which actually, when I think about it now, banging meal. It's like chicken,
is this
rice,
nut butter?
peppers. It was chicken, rice, peppers, avocado, and banana, which is
Hmm.
sounds banging, pretty good. Mate, I was like genuinely, like, I couldn't stomach the meal, and it was probably just a mix of being like a really hot day, maybe like I don't know, whatever. But like, that took ages to eat, man. Like when you're just
Yeah.
chewing and chewing, and like it feels like nothing's happening in your mouth.
The meal's not going
It's
down the
not going
pub.
anywhere.
You're still the same
You're like,
volume of
what the
rice. You're
fuck?
like, Yeah.
it's so strange how like there's those opposing ends of the spectrum, But that's just the game, isn't it?
But going back to that like sweet spot that you're in right now, and you said like you love enjoying your food, it is like
Yeah,
it adds something to your process because
yeah, 100%.
if you're eating 5 times a day, that's 5 times where you're like enjoying something or feel like you're
Yeah,
ticking another box.
yeah,
Whereas in a long off season, maybe peak body weight, peak
yeah.
food,
That's where it
you're
begins.
just like,
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry. I'll let you
no,
continue.
you're all right. It's just like, I've another meal, and it doesn't. You don't get that like sort of, you don't get elevated
Yeah.
when it's time for a meal. The same that when you enjoy it. What were you gonna say?
Easier to become slack at those points too, with
Isn't it?
like
Yeah.
eating and not being off plan. Like you'd be like not that I was like ever like, really slack with off plan eating, but I definitely ate more frequently off plan towards the back end of that phase. Not even like dirty meals, just like I'd have meals with my family because I'm like I can't be fucked with
Hmm.
that shit. I'm just eat a meal with my
Yeah.
family. Like I'd be like Sunday, like yeah, I'm just gonna go home and have a meal with my family, or have like some
Yeah.
nice food that my dad's cooked, and like replace that for a meal, just for like a switch up of like okay, like because the meal with my blue band just wasn't something that I'd be like so buzzing for, and even then eating with my family wasn't something I'd be so buzzing for either. I was just like it's just
You
something
just
different.
lose that attachment to
But
food, don't
that's
you?
gonna
It's
happen
like,
after you've been eating like frequently gaining weight since well, that was like I gained weight from August 24 till November 2025, so
yeah,
it's gonna
that's
happen
like a lot.
inevitably, isn't it?
And I think, but that I've always sort of strived to. It sounds bad, but lose my appetite because I want to see how that feels. When you
Yep,
talk or
yep,
when you hear like IFBB pros, the veterans of the sport talking, like the off season's the hard part. I want to experience that, but since
100%.
we're naturals and food doesn't get super high to where we have to force feed. It's the off season is sort of smooth sailing. It's not difficult, or push ups are
Yeah,
smooth sailing. Where compared to a diet, that's when things get tough. You've got your cardio, more expenditure, lower food, lower energy,
yeah,
all these things. And I've always wanted to feel like having the
yeah.
foresight just to experience it and be able to maybe relate to more people.
You mentioned like expenditure there, and like I remember beginning the diet, I was mentioning just like my heart rate just goes up so easy. I fucking love this shit because like I just get on like a fucking get into music, whether it was like fucking just something like I enjoy and just I fucking go for it, and then like before I know it, my heart rate's like 160, and I'm like, all right, chill out a little bit, bro.
Me, I remember, yeah,
Um,
started a diet, even like midday end.
yeah,
I feel I definitely had to tell you to keep your heart rate
yeah,
down at some point because
but
you were writing in your
yeah,
sheets like average 142 BPM, and I'm like, what
and
the
it's like
fuck?
then it's like towards the back end of that there, it's the opposite of like okay, shit, yeah, you have to like match that intensity. That's why I like the
Yeah.
Stairmaster so much because I don't have to
Hmm.
fucking think about anything. I've just realised I swear so much. I say F word like every 2 sentences, so
I'm the
I
exact same.
apologise.
You have to know your
um,
audience, though, but I think everyone will be fine. I
um,
do drop a few f bombs.
but yeah, that's why I like the Stairmaster because it's just you just get it on the level and you go for it. Whereas the
You
bike's like, okay, why is my heart rate
It's
not going up?
it's a mental
I
battle,
know,
isn't
mate.
it? Because I'm not starting the 30 minutes or whatever I'm prescribed till my heart rate's at
Yeah,
120, and it's like, holy fuck, we're a minute and a half in. Can we please
that's why the
get
round of
cardio
posing
going?
before helps.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love
And
prescribing
coffee.
that.
Like I won't do my cardio without an espresso or some coffee from the pot in the morning because
Oh
I
yeah,
just I wouldn't work.
the 100%.
There's
You
times where
need
like I
that
don't
sort of
have
stimulant.
caffeine in the morning and I'll be doing study. Sometimes when I'm doing study I'll put on like a study playlist of like just like I don't even know what the music I'd call, just like relaxing music. So I'm just like okay, zoned in.
Mellow
And
stuff. Yeah.
I'll get like a beep, 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 Apple Watch. Your heart rate's dropped below like a normal rate, like
Seriously,
35
what
BPM.
do you have your low heart rate notification set to? I have it set at 50 right now.
Oh, really? I mean,
So
mine dropped to like it said mine was at like 36 for like 3 minutes or something.
I've hit 36 in a diet before.
Yeah.
I have hit 36. It's mad the change
But
in
then,
resting heart rate.
well, I've not been dieting now for it's crazy, like 4 weeks now, 5 weeks. Wow, that's mental. Anyway, I got that last week or like a few like 5 days ago. I was
I
like,
feel
oh
like
no.
that's such a good thing though. It means your body's like response. I don't know. Maybe it's sort of bro science, but it feels like your body is right when it can go
Yeah,
into that
yeah,
parasympathetic state so well. Even when
Same.
I'm going for a walk and I finish the walk, maybe get in the car, and straight away as soon as I stop walking, I get the notification from my watch saying, have you stopped your activity? Do you want to end the thing? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm healthy. Heart
Yeah,
rate is
yeah,
going down.
yeah.
That's where I want it.
I used to worry my brother about it because the first time I actually had like proper low heart rate was the first time I dieted. Again, like middle of 2024, finished that, but I'd be like, oh, my resting heart rate's so low, like thinking it was cool, but I was like, bro, I was just cooked with like zero fucking zero like human fucking whatever you want to call it.
I
You just
feel
feel like a
I
fucking,
feel like
a,
it is a
you're just
flex.
death. Um,
Someone actually came up to me in work and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was just like, "I've just seen that my resting heart rate is sub 40." So like, and that's all I
yeah,
said to them. I wasn't functioning well. I was like,
yeah,
depths of the diet, and I just walked away after that.
yeah. I mean, in terms of like how I felt, this diet was like really good to be honest. Like the entire time, obviously, maybe towards the back end, I don't even know what you would call it. Like it's just like a feeling. You just know, like yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
it's just yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, this is but like again, I wouldn't, I don't have the words to articulate that feeling. It's just a feeling, you know.
I get what you mean.
But that was nowhere near how as strong as the feeling of like my first diet. I remember like because I was doing bar closes that entire time, like at my old job, and those bar
Mhm.
closes were brutal. Like those were like 4 o'clock finishes, 3 o'clock finishes, sometimes finishing like 5 in the morning, like consistently. And I remember my manager saying, he was an Italian manager, he's like, "You okay, man? You don't look good, man." And
Yo,
I'm like, "Nah, GG, I'm just dieting." It's like,
who
"You
is he?
you
Is he
gotta
like
stop." He's
someone
like,
from?
you gotta stop that shit, man." And I'm like, "Ah, that's it's fine, it's okay, you know."
It sounds like he's from Better Call Saul or something. I can't think
He's
of the character.
Italian. He was Italian. But
That sounds like more like Mexican or
nah,
something.
come on, that was a good accent. Have I just been
I
extremely
don't think
racist
that
there?
was
Have I
Italian.
been extremely?
Um, but no, the work sort of sleep schedule is definitely something I want to
For sure.
get on to. But I do firstly want to ask you about the reversal. How are you finding things? Because you're not one to struggle with cravings.
No,
So have you had any struggles in this
no.
reversal, or is it
This has
just smooth
been
sailing?
the easiest. So I don't want to say easy. But it has. It's been so easy because it's been so good and not and like just knowing that like transitioning my mindset of okay now it's not getting lean, it's okay getting food into a good spot, keep making sure I'm can staying my routine staying super nailed and locked in. Like
Hmm.
it was just so easy when I've got my uni work and studies to stay on top of because that's just something that allows
Definitely.
you to keep that like structure to your day. And then just making sure my training continues to improve, which again, we always had that wee niggle, so it's a bit annoying. But again, these are
Yeah.
all just bumps in the road that you have to just face and tackle head on, and not stress over. Just keep on keep on ticking away with what you can do.
Exactly. It's better you probably would have lost the head more if you got a lower back niggle in the last 4 weeks of the diet because
Yeah,
you'd be like, fuck, am I losing my
yeah. Or
erectors or
if I didn't get
something?
my 4 plate pull, which is never going to
Yeah,
come back.
exactly. Um, and what about adding the extra little body fat now after the diet? What has
Yeah,
that been like
I've
seeing yourself in the mirror?
not like I've really just tried not to think about it because I'm just
Hmm.
like as soon as you start thinking about it, you're just like oh it's gutting man like I'm not as lean as I once was, but it's like who cares, like that's not, yeah it's good, like I obviously have dieted, like I obviously want to look good, that's
Yeah,
cool, like you want to look good, everyone wants to look good, but that's not why we why I do it. I think it is, but it's not. It's like I'm doing it because I like the process of physique development, and like that's just one part of the process. So this is the next part of the process, and then it's just rinse and repeat for that. Like it all gives the same. Obviously, they give different levels of fulfillment, and they fulfill you in different ways. But dieting gave me good fulfillment because I was like, right, I look fucking cool. That's sick.
hmm,
Now it's like, okay, this is a new stage, a new part, and it's rather than seeing it as like, there's pros and cons. You just look at it as like kind of like a circular thing of like, okay, this is just how it works. You know?
that's a great way to put it. It is like one of like that recycle
Yeah.
logo where it's like the triangle. It's just this is what we do. We gain, we diet, we do it all
And
again.
maybe if I was like really fucking jacked, I'd be like, no, I don't want to fucking put on body fat or that, but like I'm tiny, so I gotta get bigger muscles.
That's it. I'm actually glad to hear that you can acknowledge you looked well in the diet, because I don't think there was any point in the diet where you'd send me over post workout shots or fasted shots and not be like,
I mean,
hate these.
you obviously, yeah, I, I, you're never gonna be, you're never gonna be pleased, are you? Like you're gonna,
Yeah.
I, it's, you're saying like be objective, and like for sure, 100%, I understand that. Like you have to be objective. You were saying comparing yourself, and to be fair, it's not even something I'd done. I went look back, I was like, damn, that's really quite good now. Even looking back at like a year ago, I'm like, wow, that's cool. When you see the progress it's made, but you're never gonna look at yourself in the current moment and go, yeah, that's decent. You'll just look at yourself and compare to previous points and be like, that's decent. But you're
So
always going to strive for more, and that's just like that's what's fun, isn't it? It's like it's not like it's like a depressing thing of like, oh no, I'm not good enough. Like, oh, like no, it's not it's not like that. It's more just like, cool, that's decent, but I want more. And fortunately, it's not the it is the wanting more which drives the process, but it's the process which drives the wanting more. If that makes sense, or have I
yeah,
just
it all
confused?
sort of correlates. You get into it for maybe wanting to better yourself, but then
Yeah,
you're all once you realize these things that I do every day, the boxes I tick make me better. But then you also develop a love for ticking the boxes and that sort of fulfillment that you get from that.
100%.
Have you done the deep dive back into like the last few weeks of the diet where you're like Sahara dry in the midsection
I
and stuff?
was doing that actually yesterday. To be fair, I was doing that. That was the first time I'd done it though, because I was wanting to reference how I looked at certain body weights. Because
Hmm.
obviously I weighed in quite heavy yesterday, 72.3.
Had to
You know,
remind
and I
yourself.
was like, fucking hell, when was the last time I weighed this much? So I went back and checked. It was quite cool. And then I was also just scrolling because I don't keep them on my camera roll because I
Hmm.
don't want them on my camera roll. But
Oh,
obviously that's why I just send them all to you. So I was just looking through our WhatsApp, and some of
yeah.
the photos were quite cool, you know. But it's like I put emphasis on the point quite because it's not super cool. It's quite cool, you know. It'll
It's
be
quite
super
cool.
cool
Yeah.
eventually, but that's just
Will it though? Will it ever
at
be
one point.
super cool though?
Surely, like what, fucking 21 right now. I've got how long? An infinite amount of time left to improve my physique, you know.
Literally, yeah. It's about
But
time in the game, and what the physiques we probably compare ourselves to that are at the top level of like natural bodybuilding, like they're all, mate, they're 30 older,
yeah,
at least 26 plus, and,
and
and we
well,
have time.
they're freaks.
Yeah, yeah, we're freaks as well.
I'm not a freak, unfortunately, but you know.
But yeah, we we touched on or well, you touched on the staying late shifts in work, and I wanted to sort of touch on the sort of aspect of your diet where you're staying sociable, and maybe not having that set in stone sleep schedule, so you could go to like the gigs that you went to a couple throughout the diet, and
Yeah,
they were very early morning finishes.
yeah,
And then your work as well. If you were working the bar, we talked about this before we actually started recording. You might not have got out till silly o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, and
yeah,
some days you were waking up at 6.
yeah,
So the fact that in your week you could might be going to bed at 3 a.m. maybe later, and then there's also days where you're waking up 3 hours after that. Like
yeah.
that's fucked, but it's a badge of honor for you, the fact that you done everything and we had such a smooth sailing diet.
For
You
sure.
didn't let that affect anything.
Yeah.
So with the gigs, do you think keeping that bit of normality, keeping that same friend group helps the monotony? Because I know myself, I definitely like shut off a lot of the
Yeah.
friends I've had in the past because I've been so focused on the process.
Yeah. So like I've been going to those things. There's like fine. Like my friends obviously enjoy beverages, but they're not like I'm not really close to
Food
people.
beverages.
I'm not really close to people who like really like drinking like at all.
Hmm.
Like my flatmate Ben will, but like my friends would never ask me to go out for a drink. Like that's not something they do because they just know I don't drink. I
Yeah.
don't like do stuff like that, so that's fine, you know. But going to those gigs, you don't have to drink. You're just going having good bit of crack with your pals, enjoying the music. So that's just like this guy in Planet Criminal. Fucking, that was wicked, man. It was great. I was like looking back at those things, looking back at that night. I was like, oh, that was such good fun.
Like,
Um,
yeah,
and
looking
then
back at that, I'm like, I'm so glad that you're sort of debating it. I feel, and you were like, oh, I
Yeah,
don't
there
know if I
was.
really want to go.
Yeah, actually. So I was never debating Interplanet Criminal because I'd had
Hmm.
that booked for like a solid amount of time. That was like, yeah, okay, this is gonna be wicked. There's another one, just a couple weeks after, which was the day before Ben's
This is the
birthday.
one you were debating, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm low key like not feeling it that much. Like I'm kind of tired, can't really be arsed. And I'm really glad I went because again, like it's just like what, like for sure, there's a case of like yeah, prioritize recovery, and that's like I didn't have work the next day, you know, my uni work wasn't too quiet. Like I'm at a time right now where like the semester was kind of like quieting down. I didn't have loads to do, assignments. I could go to this and still train the next day and get my meals in. Like,
Yeah.
why would like? And there's an aspect of okay, for sure, like staying up to that coffee in the morning. Maybe it's not as beneficial as going to bed early, but like one night is like it's not doing anything. Like it's not like
You have to weigh up,
yeah,
and I think it's a very easy sort of way up of the enjoyment of a night like that where you're not doing that all the
yeah.
time compared to just your standard 8
Especially
p.m. bedtime.
yeah, especially when you can as well. Because again, as soon as that finished, I was like, I don't want to do anything like that.
Hmm.
Like that, like as soon as that finished, I was like, yep, don't want to do anything like that for a while now. Can't be arsed. Like
Uh,
you'll know the feeling of like you just don't want to do anything apart from like the only thing you want to do is do your training, do your cardio, do your work or uni or whatever, um, and just do your shit, which makes you feel productive and drives you towards your goals. Because those things at the end of the day, about they might drive you towards goals you have within, keeping your relationship with your friends or just having fun. Yeah, that's a goal. Like that's a valid goal as any. Have fun. Like that's a,
yeah, like
I've,
it's your life. You don't want
like
to think
100%.
your life sucks.
Like you
Yeah.
don't want to, but again, in terms of you might have goals which are actually driving you, propelling you forward, and like I don't know, there different types of goals, right? And these goals would be ones that actually drive you forward to achieve things that you want to achieve, right? And then if you're doing those things there, sorry, I got myself in a lip here. If you're doing those things there, you only want to do those things because you can't be asked doing
Yeah.
anything else, you know?
It's like I'm just glad you done it because I think there's a lot of people in the industry or bodybuilding space, whatever way you want to coin it, that just don't have anything about them. Like you've went to these gigs, you have something to you. You know, you can be a normal person when you take bodybuilding or training away from you. Some people that's all they are,
Yeah.
and it's like it's not even the fact that they've done the stuff to see if they like it and they've decided, I just want to be a bodybuilder through and through. It's like they've just stuck to the bodybuilding and not tried these other
Yeah.
things, and they have cornered themselves for the rest of their life, and I feel
Yeah.
like they'll regret it down the
But
line.
again, that's okay if they think that's what they want to do, but I think more just like bodybuilding is not like it is like it's all or nothing, but it is, but it's not.
Hmm.
Like it is in the terms of okay, you don't fucking miss sessions, you don't miss meals, you get your sleep in, you hydrate, you do all this stuff, you manage your stress. But if you can do all of that and then do other things which are probably going to reduce your stress because you're having a good time with your friends,
Hmm.
you're enjoying yourselves, you're surrounded by people who like you love, like your friends who you love and your family and all that. Like that's probably going to make the process so much more, well, first of all, enjoyable, but also like allow you to adhere to it better because it's something that you can actually like stick to, you know?
I think we're bad for coining it the
Yeah,
process and
literally.
forget that it's actually your life.
Yeah,
You
literally.
know, it's all right to enjoy your life and still progress your bodybuilding. Not everything has to be just so focused. Like the goal of life is to enjoy it. You don't. No one's told you to
Yeah,
go through your life like holding yourself or restricting yourself in
100%.
this way. And we're so bad for thinking, oh, it's going to take away from my bodybuilding. Yeah, but it's going to add to your life,
Yeah, but
which is literally everything.
yeah, but again, that's the thing is you say, oh, what's the deal with my bodybuilding? But that is just I'm glad that I think like that or we think like that because like
Oh,
that's
for sure.
like like I that is the first that comes to me. It's like how would it impact my training? How would it impact my physique development goals?
Being goal driven, isn't it? And
Yeah,
having
yeah,
having a purpose, yeah. Um, But yeah, I guess we can sort of get into the sort of biggest topic that I mentioned earlier, and it's what I think a lot of people can take away from you, and it is that passion for training and just striving to better yourself, like driving the lifestyle. When you joined up, obviously it was, you could tell from the get go that it was training that driv you eating your meals, doing your steps, doing your cardio, because you were only half set and competing, maybe not even half. You were like, I
Yeah,
don't know if
I
I want to
think
do that.
yeah, competing was always something that was like in the back of my mind, but not like I was like it would be a this is something people say all the time, isn't it? It's like a by competing is a byproduct of your training.
Byproduct.
Like people say all the time, so that's something that's definitely overused and oversaid, but it's true. Like that's what it would be. Like it wouldn't like I've never like I've got I one of my pals in school was like, yeah, like like bodybuilding again. Bodybuilding now, I think bodybuilding's fucking wicked. Like I think it's
Hmm.
super fucking cool. But like before, I would never be like, oh, like that's so cool. These guys step on stage. Like
I think
that's never something I thought to myself genuinely. But now it's like that's cool now because I know everything that goes into it.
your sort of introduction or reasoning for doing the do is definitely the right way to do it, and there's not a lot of things where you can say in bodybuilding can say that's the right way to do it. But if you're getting into bodybuilding for socials, getting on stage and getting attention, that is wrong.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you need to do it
it's
for
not
the love of
ideal.
it, I think.
Um,
um but is it safe to say your heart's more set and competing now
I think
after?
it's definitely something that like I would like to do in the future. Again, it will
Yeah.
have to make sure that the time aligns for it. Again, right now I'm not I just don't have the muscle that I would want. It's like again, you
Oh
could say
yeah,
there's never going to be a right time, is there? Right? But like
for
you're not
sure.
going to want to step on stage and display a physique that you're just not happy with, are you? Like, and
It's like
to be fair,
comes a time you
there
have
is
to
the
bite the
point of
bullet.
yeah, exactly. But again, my legs are gash, like they are shit. I say that with a fully straight face, and I say to people all the time, and like I feel like they think I'm joking, but I'm not. I'm being fully dead serious. Like I'm not pleased at all. Like I'm displeased to the max.
But it's like this sort of, this is prime example of that constant strive to better yourself, because it's like, yeah, your upper body in this diet, we only pulled 9 kilo off, but you got pretty close to inside out through the upper. But it's
Look
like you
decent,
only
yeah,
looked at your legs
yeah.
and were like, need bigger legs if I want to compete.
Yeah.
But do you think getting that lean through the upper, especially,
Oh,
and
for
maybe
sure.
seeing diet or seeing Brandon dieting last year and going to the BNBF Scotland, do you think that has sort of elevated the idea of competing?
100%.
Definitely led into it.
Definitely, I think because again, I was coming to the end of that diet thinking like, "Ah, let's just keep on going, which is
Hmm.
that's a great place to be in. Coming to the end of your diet, you know, like wrapping up your diet. Like most, again, I don't know. I'd assume most people would be like, yeah, thank fuck that's done. But
Yeah,
I was like, let's keep on going, man.
exactly. You were in a
Obviously,
good
like
spot.
that wasn't conducive to what my goals are currently because
Mhm.
getting pulling off more weight probably wasn't going to do wonders for training performance, probably wasn't going to do wonders for how I felt, etc. But I just wanted to see how far it could go. But again, there'll come a time where I will be able to see how far it can go, and that
And we strip it all away.
for sure.
You've obviously got Brandon, the likes of Brandon, Lewis, even Leo hasn't competed
Yeah,
yet, but he's in that bodybuilding space, training out of JPs. And do you think that environment plays
100%.
in as
It's
well?
great.
Seeing those guys on the daily,
Great being able to see them
especially
when
Lewis doing it now.
yeah, 100%. I probably see I probably see Lewis the most at the gym. We're always in at quite similar times, but again, just seeing him now is like it's great, and seeing the way they all apply themselves, it's really good
Yeah,
to see. Um,
because you were like mesmerized at that BNBF show, because that
oh
was your
yeah,
first show to
that
experience.
that
Yeah.
guy Anthony Stickens,
Oh yeah. I mean, imagine
that was
that
actually wild. Like that's my first time
being
I've
your
had
first
a
show.
bodybuilding show, and I
Yeah.
saw that guy. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
And you've just seen one of the best naturals that's
Nuts,
fucking like ever done it. It was
nuts,
ridiculous.
nuts.
But no, it is pretty, I was gonna say it was, but it is pretty surreal to me to keep seeing that sort of mindset shift to getting more and more into the competitive side of bodybuilding and aspiring to step on stage, going from just, someone who takes training seriously to going to bodybuilding.
Yeah, but I think
Um
that's where I'll always stay. I'll always just stay of like like passion for training and liking training. And it's a topic that I see, people chat. You spoke about in lifestyle loops, and other was like, would you rather never get bigger or never get stronger? And I like, you guys all answered like never get stronger, but I thought to myself and I had to think, like I genuinely like, I don't know, because I'd feel fucking so shit if I wasn't getting stronger. I'd be like, what the fuck, what's the
Yeah.
fucking point in this shit, man? Why am I not getting stronger? This is boring.
Nah, I like that you bring that up because we all when we deeped it we were all set in stone on bigger, but you're like the training does drive all, and that is the biggest driver of your process.
But
So
then you do
yeah,
it
it's
to get
interesting.
bigger, don't you? So it's like,
Yeah, it's like
it's
yeah, it was
such
a
a
tough
weird question.
question.
Yeah, so
Whoever put
yeah,
that in deserves a fucking medal or something. But the last thing I want to touch upon, and I did leave it the last because I didn't want this to be an advertisement or something for coaching. I did want the bulk of the podcast or the main takeaway for the listeners to be having that passion for training and letting that dictate the process. But it is this sort of topic of self coaching versus working with a coach. Now, obviously, we're on opposing ends of the spectrum.
yep.
I'm self coaching, you're coached by me. And I just you obviously came from self coaching because funny enough you don't spawn in with a coach, so I wanted to sort of hear like the differences between like self coaching and working with a coach because you've mentioned stuff like second guessing programming, and it's like would you ever go back to the self coaching
Yeah. So
approach?
I think honestly, I wouldn't even say it's programming because for for most people, programming doesn't need to be overcomplicated, right? Obviously,
Yeah, good point.
it has to be dictated towards your goals and your weaknesses, But that that's as simple as that can be as simple as putting your weaker body parts first in a training session,
Exactly.
giving them more frequency. It's more the analysis out with your programming, like your training clips. Could I be doing more here? Do I need to pull
Yes.
back here? And that's really easy to be objective when it's someone that's not yourself. I mean, you do it really, really well. Again, like super commendable. But when I was able, like I couldn't be objective like that with myself because I had emotion because it's myself that I'm talking about. So like
Yeah.
that trying to separate that and you have voices in your head saying no, 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 but then you're trying to be objective. It's like a clash of both. Whereas I'm helping my friends out now and it's really easy to do that because you just see it from one lens and
This is what I
that's
was gonna bring up. I'm trying to really drum in that objectivity that you need
yeah,
to yourself. Even working with a coach, be objective. Look, like I've told you, look back at your sets during a session and realize that maybe this top set execution wasn't where it needs to be, and I'm gonna fix that for the back off. And I think if we keep building on this objectivity, how objective you can be, it's going to help you with working with clients and
yeah,
stuff because that's where you're looking to go with things. You're
100%.
enjoying a bit of coaching.
Yeah, it's really helped. Again, like I say coaching, but like it is, but I really just really enjoy helping my friends out. Like it's so much
Yeah,
fun,
but that's the way
and
it
like
starts, isn't it?
seeing like I'm helping like four of my friends out right now, and like it's just so good to see, and like I feel so grateful to be in an opportunity where like in a position where they're like putting their faith in me and trust in me. Like me, what the fuck?
This
Like
is something
that's
I
crazy. That's
wanted to
so cool
say.
that like they're like
It's
saying
like
like they're asking me for help and like asking me for this and doing this and like sending me their training clips and like being taking all my advice. Like, I think that's like it makes me quite like I don't know, maybe not emotional, but it's like wow, that's actually like super wicked. That's like so
I
cool.
think this about every client, how actually grateful. I've mentioned it to you a handful of times. It's like physique development. If someone's actually takes their training seriously and they're already in good nick and it's taking that things to the next level, it's like handing the reins of your physique development to a stranger
Yeah,
realistically is such a big thing, and I think that decision is undermined a lot and people just go with whatever coach, but it's a big decision, and I weigh that. I think about every client that's gave me the opportunity. Coming to, you're one of my longest serving clients, and I've said to you, thank you for putting your trust in me, and it's so fulfilling. I think it is, and you're getting that feeling straight away with the progress you're making with your flatmate at the minute. And just seeing the trust that someone has put into you and see it come to fruition because you're doing the doing, you're getting them what they want. I think it's an awesome
100%.
feeling.
It's cool. Super super cool. But
But no,
yeah.
we're you want something to say?
No, I was just saying yeah.
Yeah, well, that's round about the 45-minute mark. I think that is really everything I wanted to dive into. I really enjoyed that one, mate. Is there anything you'd like to bring up? Plugs, a little bit of coaching,
I
Instagram.
mean, if you want to get on Instagram, it's Finlay Ledingham
Yeah,
with a two at the end,
the two.
because it's my second account. Well, I'd actually, it's just my account that's like, it's the only one I really post on, to be honest. Like, I post my main one, but that's like, it's just about like life stuff. This is actually, training is like my life, isn't it, realistically? So,
Yeah,
it's kind of just
I'm on
posting all
your
my
back
training.
to I'm on your back to keep posting more on that gym account for
Yeah.
sure. Or training account.
But again, I should really, I say to all people all the time, like, I should start posting more that's not just training clips and just start posting
Yeah,
other shit. Um,
like even the wrap ups, the little grid stories that you're doing, where it's like a rest day morning, where it's like a Rosa monster and like going for a walk. People care about that,
yeah.
and I think since you don't have like a huge following on Instagram, and people realize like, or people think before starting the account and starting to post, they're like, do people care about seeing this stuff? And
Yeah.
in this bodybuilding space, mate, see someone, when someone sees a guy that's just a typical guy doing the do of physique development, they're so interested in it because it's
Yeah.
more relatable than the guy with 100K
It's
followers.
you know, my sister, like, I saw on yesterday, I was saying, and she was like, I was reading your Instagram, and I was like, you actually read that? Again, I was like, you actually read the full catch? Like, I read them all the time. I was like, do you think people actually read them? Like, because I
Mm-hmm.
post them because, like, again, I started originally as just something I can look back on. Like, I can go back how many sessions, like 200 posts ago, or what was I training, and let's see where my training was here and what I thought about the session, etc. And I now see it now, but to hear, like, again, I know it's my sister, she's obviously gonna read it because it's my sister, but like, people
It
act,
means something,
people read
doesn't
them,
it?
apparently.
And it's like, yeah, see that feeling, or when you actually acknowledge or realize that people are invested in your own process, it's so cool because it is just this thing again of a total stranger, just
Yeah,
caring about what you do. It's like when I make the podcasts, or when I make YouTube videos, do Instagram posts, and you're gonna feel it when once this goes live, and you're watching the views go up. It's like random people I don't know are listening to me talk for 40 odd minutes.
yeah.
It's like about
I
myself
know.
as well.
I was quite nervous for this, to be honest. I was like talking, but like obviously now it's just having a conversation, so forget it's gonna be going up on YouTube. But
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
No, for your podcast debut, you were very good, very very good.
thanks.
So guys, I am gonna wrap up the episode here. It has been a very enjoyable first guest episode. Riverside did go all good, I think. My first time using this, first time hosting the podcast as well. Normally Cameron takes the reins on the lifestyle loops, but remember to give Finlay a follow on Instagram and follow along his process in this push up where we're trying to grow a set of legs.
Oh, yeah, hopefully.
Um, had to get one big in there at
Yeah, yeah,
least.
for sure.
Um, but yeah, guys, thank you again for listening. If you did make it this far, YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe, Spotify, star rating, share, all that carry on. And guys, I'll see you in the next episode.